Good morning, Suzette. Nice to
Good
be back
morning.
with you. And I'm excited about this next little series we're creating because we just finished a little bit of teaching on what we call losing strategies that couples use in relationship, or we all use, right? Where we think we can get something, but really what we do is create distance. And today we wanted to pivot into what we call cherishing behaviors. And the first cherishing behavior that we wanted to share was about advocating for what you want. And I just wanted to jump in with this is very big, especially for women who sometimes tend to be resentful on the front end and more and assertive on the back end, or is it the other way around? Let me think. Or maybe more resentful on the front end and assertive kind of on the back end. And we want them to be more assertive and to clearly ask for what they want and to be less resentful. So we were just looking over some real clear strategies and tips that we can share today. Would you like to jump in?
Yeah. And I think another way to think of these cherishing behaviors is winning strategies. We've been talking about losing strategies, and these are winning strategies because they do help get you what you want in your relationship. So advocating for what you want is the first one, and it's being risking really asking for what you want and getting your partner's attention. We tend to protect ourselves a little bit more in our relationship because it's vulnerable. The possibility of our partner not giving us what we want or what we're asking for, what we need, that hurts. And so we tend to kind of ask for what we want really passively, or we maybe subtly, or we drop hints, or those kinds of things. So we want to really get their attention. Is the first step of advocating for what you want is to dare to rock the boat, is what Terry Real says. So to say, like, this is really important to me, this matters to me, I really want to talk to you about this. Like, you have to be that vulnerable, and own what you want, and ask for it and rock the boat.
Absolutely. And I love what I love about rocking the boat is that it's not kind of when your partner's busy doing something else, he's busy washing the dishes, let's say. It's to say, there's something that I really want to talk to you about that's important to me. Can we sit down this evening? Is that a good time for you? Because you really get so much more when you're both on board.
Yeah.
And so that would be step number one, to actually invite your partner into a conversation about something that's painful to you. And the second part would be to make a request rather than a complaint. Underneath every complaint, there's a request. What you want that your partner could do in a real actionable move. So to be very clear and specific about what it is that you need and what would be helpful.
Yes, I think clarity is the hard part, because sometimes we use our partner as like our sounding board to talk it all through, to figure out what it is we want. And if we do that work before we talk to them, and we really know why this bothers us and what we want to be different, and we can be really concise and clear and specific, not just vague, like, hey, like, I want to have a better relationship. Sorry, my cat keeps
Joining us.
crawling all over me. But to be like behaviorally specific, not these vague terms. I want a better relationship, or I would like us to go on date nights every week because I've been missing that. This is really important to me that we create some time together. So this is what I would like to do. And I would like the first one to be this weekend, right? Like, that's specific. So getting out of vague and broad and getting really specific, and clear.
Yeah. Because very often when we are, my experience is that our partners are very happy to give it to us if they can, but they very often don't know what.
Yeah.
So if we were to summarize, the first thing is to rock the boat, to call your partner in and say, I'd like to have a conversation about something that's bothering me, to ask for something actionable. And then the third part of advocating for what you want is really to acknowledge, to show gratitude for what you do get, even if it's 5%, even if it's 10%. You don't necessarily get everything, but to acknowledge and appreciate and tell your partner that you appreciate what you did get.
Absolutely. I think that part can be the easiest part to forget. Because we
Yeah,
focus on what we didn't get. That's our brains are wired to see the negative always. So we focus on what they didn't do or how far it is from like the whole big picture that we want, instead of focusing on, as Terry Real says, the glass being 15% full. What little bit they did do, or the specific step that they were willing to do with you, is important. So I agree.
right. Another great conversation. Thanks, Suzette.
Thanks, Bev.